Getting a bit warm. 21 degrees, 21 degrees. See, it's another song. Don't tell me you don't get value for money from this channel. Well, good morning folks. So, where are we? Well, we are at the top end of Grantham. Well, the bottom end of Grantham actually. We're the southern bit of Grantham, and this island here represents the start of the Rutland TT route. So you can find this, I think, on page 113 in Bikers Britain. I've done this quite a few times. I'm going to do it today, actually in the anti-clockwise direction. It's a great little route actually. It's 98 miles. And it's through some beautiful scenic countryside. So we're going to just settle in and tootle our way down. So we go around Rutland Water, we go around a few of the bigger towns like Uppingham, and do we go through Oakham? Yeah, we do. We go past Oakham. There's cars swerving all over the place to avoid the potholes. The roads are tragic, aren't they? So just before we get into it, let's roll that introduction. All important introduction now. You've got to suffer this every bloody time, I'm afraid. It took me ages to put that together. Anyway, so let's roll the introduction and we'll get straight back into it. So, yes, like I say, Rutland TT then, 98 miles of Leicestershire and Rutland countryside. A bit of Lincolnshire as well, because we start off in Grantham. So we've got that thing there, back again. And I've already put the lens guards on it. Oh man, you're not having another holiday? No way. So we'll see what sort of footage we get out of that beastie. We'll hope that I don't lose it today, or, given where it is, drop the bike on it, because that would be... oh god, well, let's not even go there, eh? So I've had this route for quite a while, long before I got a tiller. So I'm using the route on the Scenic app. So Scenic is an app that I only tend to use it for preloaded routes. I think in its early days it was a bit of a pain in the backside. I know Andy Mankamp had some real problems with the Scenic app. I've used it all over the place, all over Scotland, for loads of different rides out. I've used it all over Lincolnshire for pre-planned routes. And as long as it's pre-planned and as long as you've double-checked it, it works absolutely perfectly. I know that Andy was using it for... oh, I forgot this was a sharp bending. I think Andy was using it to, you know, like a sat-nav, and I think he was having major issues with it in Germany. But yeah, as long as it's pre-planned and you double-check your work, once you've input that route, you know, zoom into junctions and that sort of thing to make sure that it's not going to send you around in a silly loop somewhere, it works absolutely brilliantly. And all of my days out in Scotland last year were pre-planned rides, and I just used those on the Scenic app. It worked a treat. So if you are wondering, yes, I did do the intro to the last video on this ride before I started filming this ride, simply because I didn't have a good enough intro, and because I've been away for so long. Again, I know, I'm sorry, but you know, there was extenuating circumstances, let's say, this time. I want to take this opportunity to thank my wonderful patrons for sticking around even when there's nothing to watch. So Gary Crook, Phil and Kim Eaton, David Eisted and Gareth Jenkins, thank you so much. Thank you for just carrying on supporting me through all the shit that I've just gone through. It just means the world. I'm so grateful to you for doing that, for sticking around, and hopefully I'm not going to let you down again. So here we go. Let's start again, turn over a new leaf. So I did want to talk as well this morning, because this whole affair has had really profound effects on my mental health. Really profound effect on my mental health. The stress and anxiety that I've been through over the last 3 months has been just immense. And I am far from being back to normal. Making the videos really helps. The reason I didn't do it while it was all kicking off is because I just basically couldn't concentrate on anything else other than what I was going through. Oh shit. Bloody tar everywhere. Cheers, bud. So yeah, I basically could not concentrate on anything else other than, you know, what I was going through, and I was living that every minute of every day and every night. The amount of sleepless nights I've had, the stress and anxiety has just been awful. Just going over and over and over situations and scenarios, and yeah. So I'm hoping that doing the videos again is going to be a therapy for me, which I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will work as a therapy. But I'm not going to do this in, you know, strict isolation of just making videos and trusting that to get my brain back in order. So I've just ordered a book which should arrive today, probably while I'm out actually. It's all about EMDR therapy. Now, a lot of you won't have heard of EMDR therapy. I'll put it up on the screen exactly what EMDR stands for. Now, I went through a period around 2013, a very stressful time again. Again, that was profession related. I went through a very stressful period. You can see a picture emerging here, can't you? Am I taking this all too seriously? Well, my work is serious, so yes, I am taking it too seriously, but for very good reasons. I did this, so I had counselling for quite a while. I had counselling immediately after that incident, which I have to say, as good as it was, it still didn't do that much for me, and nothing did anything for me until around about 2019, 2020. I went back into counselling therapy again, private. You know, I was paying for this myself. It was costing me quite a lot of money, because I basically needed it, because it nearly ended everything for me back in the day. Back in 2013 it nearly finished me off, and I lived with that for, well, up until 2020 really. And the lady that I was having that counselling with, she talked to me about EMDR therapy. She knew the amount of torment that this situation was still causing me, that I couldn't move on from. The guilt and the absolute weight of it was unbearable at times. So she asked me if I'd be willing to just have a go at a bit of EMDR therapy, and I would have tried anything basically. I would have tried anything. So we did a session of EMDR therapy in her office, and I have to say, from that day, now this therapy, it took 2 minutes, if that, and it involved her sitting on the chair opposite me, moving her fingers like this. So EMDR therapy is eye desensitization therapy, and it gets you to engage both sides of your brain whilst thinking about the problem that is causing you the issue, So you're in the moment, using both sides of your brain, but also with one foot rooted in the past, with whatever it is your issue is. And because we knew what the issue was, she told me to think about the issue, what caused me the problem, and then to take me to my special place, that you know, my safe place, the place that I would think about going if I wanted to be somewhere that I really loved. So I did that, and from that day I've never thought about that issue the same. The guilt has well, it's probably 25% of what it was. I think with a few more sessions of doing the EMDR therapy, I would be completely cured of that. So like I say, I've bought the book, I'm going to read the book, I'm going to put that to use to lower the stress and anxiety that I still feel from this situation and try and get me back on track. And I will keep you updated as to how that works. I'll let you know what the book is, and I'll let you know what I'm doing in relation to, you know, my mental health. So it will be some of this, making videos, not always out on the bike. A lot of that time will be spent in the office editing this rubbish. So if you use techniques as well for you know, de-stressing, serious de-stress as well. I mean, I'm not talking about just having a bad week at work. I'm talking about significant points in your life where certain things have happened that you have very little control over, and cause you all sorts of anxiety and stress. What do you do to arrest that situation and to deal with your mental health issue from that? Right, anyway, that's enough talking about mental health. Sit back, enjoy the ride for a bit. Look at this countryside. Gorgeous, ain't it? Gorgeous. Music on.
Myself, take me to a better place where love's something else. Though it's wrong, running high. Am I the only one left now? You, aren't you tired of always being around, like you're stuck everywhere? You keep it to yourself. The only thing that's left for me
Loads of bikes out today. GS Rider giving me a nod. Thank you, sir. Oh, that was it. About me touring this year. So I don't know when any of this is going to happen now. So, you know, since what's happened has happened, it's knackered my schedule up. I'm not in the right frame of mind to be doing it anyway at the moment. Until things settle down. So Martin, if you're listening, if you're watching, I know you will be, because you, for some reason, you like this crap that I put out. We will do Yorkshire together. I promise you, mate. I promise. I'll come up there and we'll do Yorkshire together, and you can show me around. But it has put me back a bit. This. We'll get back on it. Flashing his lights at me. Must be a reason. It's got a bit of fuzz, hasn't it? It's got a bit of fuzz. There it is. See, he wasn't lying, was he?
The only thing that's left for me. It's not that I want more. I don't need it.
Oh yeah, let's go and get coffee.
I can't believe that you fell on me. You fell on me. You fell on me. You fell on me. You fell on me.
Oh, cool air. Oh man. So the garage had no fuel. Well, it did have fuel, but it couldn't turn the pumps on, so it couldn't give any fuel. And I stopped for coffee, and the coffee machine was broken. So, you know, so we do come to the Welland Viaduct. Coming this way. Good. Loads of bikes out. countryside down. photo. Gotta have a bit of a photo, ain't you? Ain't you, kids? Such a beautiful route. Uppingham. This is a nice little place, Uppingham. Quite posh. So that's the reservoir that we could see from back there. It's Ibrook Reservoir, I think. 100% certain about that. Just see over there the viaduct. It's just behind those trees now. Jesus, you got enough of that road there. Sharper than I remember. But then I'm normally coming the other direction. I don't normally do it this way. There it is, look at that. Some call it, I think they call it Morcott Viaduct. I think its actual name is the Welland Viaduct. Who cares? It's a viaduct. A big viaduct. Big. Good. Let's get a photo. Friendly chaps. So I've got one more photo shoot that I want to do. Photo shoot, listen to me. Bloody David Burley. Let's go. Rutland. Back into Rutland. I think we went into Leicestershire there. I think, I'm not 100% certain. Not 100% certain of my geog. Look at it. Absolutely fabulous. I think it's the longest viaduct in England. I think. I may be wrong. I am not a viaduct expert. But I think it's the longest in England. Awesome! I haven't done any place name singing today, have I? Rutland, Leicestershire. Dig the brake on a bit harder. Right, this is where I wanted to take the other photo. Only other Africa Twin owners out there have quite as many problems as me getting this bike parked on uneven ground with the stand, the length of the stand. I struggle like buggery some days. It's either too long or too short. A bit more music. Hello.
more wasting time. We got older, babe. Baby, you used to be. And I wanna stay.
So we just go through this little place, which is Corby Glen, and then we get onto the next lane, and the next lane is an awesome lane.
Spent the last year chasing myself. Take me to a better place where love's something else. Though it's wrong, running high. Am I the only one left now? You, aren't you tired of always being around? Like you're stuck everywhere. You keep it to yourself and your innocence. The only thing that's left for me. It's not that I want more, I only need it. I can't believe it. You fell on me. Did I cut you out by letting you leave? Maybe a little too much drama in your dreams. So I lost you again. You keep it to yourself and your innocence. The only thing that's left for me. It's not that I want more.
And that's it, folks, we're back to the island where it all started. So that is the Rutland TT, anti-clockwise direction. Right, so I'm off home to open my book, folks. I will see you on the next video. Thanks for coming along with me on this ride. That was the anti-clockwise Rutland TT. I've had a thoroughly good time. 115 miles to now. Yeah, nice ride out, not too far. Get me back into the video making lot. Unusual to get around these bends with not that much traffic. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks ever so much for coming with me. Thanks for being so supportive. I've received some really nice messages from people, emailing me especially, so yeah, that's lovely, and I just really appreciate you being there. If you've not subscribed to the channel, then please consider giving me a subscribe. I would very much appreciate that, and it really helps the YouTube gods, pushes my video out to more people. Also give me a like as well, that does the same thing. So yeah, awesome, you've been awesome. I've been Jack Porter, this has been Moto Mogul. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers for now. Bye bye.